Hello. Hello, Bear, thank you. I tried to make it nice. I was originally just going to draw it as like a character from the game, and then I thought, well, it's all about flowers and plants and stuff, so. And I'm a plant. By which I mean I'm somebody put in the audience to make the magician look good. Hello. How is a bear? Is a bear good? I hope a bear is good. Oosh. Strange horticulture. Vrain de Bloomer? Oosh. There should be audio. I can't remember what I had it set to before, so I'm putting it there. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So, is that loud? Maybe loud. Turn it down. Day 6, Wednesday. My favourite Adams. So, what's happened so far? Cancer sleep. Bear as well. What we want to hit. So far, we have inherited a whatever this place is, horticulturalists shop. And we had a bunch of flowers, which we didn't know what any of them were. A bunch of plants, I should say. And we have slowly but surely been working our way through identifying them. The purple ones are the ones I've identified. The yellow ones are the ones I think I've identified. And the rest are whatever. You're over here now. Sure, all good. So people will come in and they will ask us to solve their problems. Sometimes they will just explicitly say, I want this plant, give it to me. And other times they will just say, you know, I have this problem, can you help? Because all of these plants have their own little abilities, which I can show you in my not particularly well described Strange Book of Plants by Wilfred Voynich. You can tell it's not particularly well explained because it's by Voynich. So these are the ones we've identified. We've given them to people and they've gone, yep, that's the one. So for example, Aguria. When burned, incense made from the woody stem can enhance psychic abilities. We gave that to a psychic in order to strengthen the clarity of their visions and prophecies, because they were telling us that there were some very unnerving things happening, and they didn't know what to do. So we strengthened them, and they came back and went, why did you do that? To which we said, oh. But yeah, we're giving very scant descriptions of the plants. Light blue flowers, rounded tufts of gentle lambswool characterize this plant. That's quite specific, actually, compared to some of them. And yeah, we just gotta do our best. We also have a map of Undermere and the surrounding area. We can travel around this place. A witch has been murdered in, I believe, Grisdale Forest down here somewhere. The head of the witch, the head of the coven has been moided by poison. We managed to prove it was poison. And then the witches very quickly hurried us away. It's like, okay, we'll deal with this. Bye, bye, bye. So that's not great. There's also some other mysteries. I mean, we inherited this place, so presumably our uncle, I think it was, who gave this to us, also maybe was murdered. I don't know what this stain is all about. And there's also these mysterious buttons on here. We don't know what they do either. There was also this note here that was just on the desk when we arrived. That's there. We received this as well. It is said that the red ebony planta has the property of uncovering that which is hidden or sacred. I perfected a device designed to use extract from the planta in concerte, with a viewing window in order to permit the user to see magics otherwise invisible to the naked eye. And we've got this weird device here, which we can't use yet, it seems, because we don't know what the red ebony planta is. But that might help us see some cool stuff. Some, maybe, puzzles. We also had this. This hasn't had a use as yet, although I have a feeling it's got something to do with locating something on a map. And we've sold a bunch of other stuff as well. That's all that. For now, though, sketch the cat. Sketch. And ding dong. Eleanor Bramer. Hello. Insects made the salt marshes uninhabitable. People stay away, not much grows there, but I know where to find an unusual plant. I have drawn you a map in case you decide it's worth your time. Oh, thank you. Okay, so we're gonna just explore. The will to explore, which we get by watering plants. Oh yeah, we also got this. We get like a tarot card or something, a weird card at the beginning of every day, which gives us a hint towards finding some. We don't, and a small story is unraveling every time that happens. I don't confess I'm following it, but it's fine. The old man of Coniston looks across the lake with blind eyes. His mind wanders with the current floating gently southward to the fork. The old man of Coniston. That sounds like a hill. The old man. The old man of Coniston looks across the lake with blind eyes, Coniston water. His mind wanders with the current floating gently southward to the fork. So there's something at the fork, maybe? Let's investigate. The heavens open up as I reach... Yay. The heavens open up as I reach the fork. I take a moment to pause and listen to the sound of water on water. I'm soaked through, but my spirits are high as I return home. I'm not empty-handed. 2 new plants. What do we get? Well, we don't know. They're new. We got lavender and a different kind of lavender. Good, good. Do they match something in the book? Dunno. Well, let's very quickly remind ourselves of the ones we haven't identified yet. 2! I know! So we have this one, Candlewood, produces a red flower, maybe, that provides a shielding effect, protecting against all manner of afflictions of the mind. Long, thin stems grow among the tall leaves. These, maybe? That's kind of a red flower. Well, those as well. Oh, that's the one I think is Candle. So I've already guessed that's Candlewood. The book does say, when I got this book, it did say, go by the words, not the picture. Copper Caledonian. Plant has a rejuvenation effect, but most who have tried to benefit from its properties have come to realize that it's a curse, not a blessing. Though you may appear younger, you will quickly become more frail and brittle. The red patches that are often seen growing on it are in fact a type of fungus themselves and are not part of the plant. So that may be that one, we think. Got roughly the right shape and has red dots. We can also zoom in on things if we so desire. Eyebright. Take care not to touch the brightly coloured thorns. They will do no lasting damage, but they contain a small amount of venom that will cause severe pain for several days. A plant that only grows in the south in warmer climates, where they call it Luthe after a long-dead king, known to improve eyesight at night, even in the darkest of places. Wasn't there one that was like, this begins with L, because someone said it? I was thinking this, because it's spiky. So let's give that a guess. So we can label things as we wish. Luthe, well, that's Eyebright. Eyebright? Maybe? Possibly? That's what yellow means, to me anyway. Hi Kiro, just got home. But how does it taste? What does it taste like? I just watched Barry's playthrough of the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake or remaster. It's a good time. Yeah. Farmer's Worry, a spongy mushroom with potent abilities, only safe to consume in small quantities, grants great strength for short periods of time, at the expense of severe fatigue once the effect has worn off. See, that's like spongy mushroom. That is the only description we have of Farmer's Worry, is spongy mushroom. Some of these are really tricky. Fever Kiss, the red berries provide an additional... Okay, we think that's that one because we know it looks similar to another one which we did identify. Need to continue to watch it. It's a good time. I don't know if you've gotten to the post-torture scene. I won't spoil anything, but it's interesting. Don't know if you should make a mug cake. Well, I've used that recipe for the mug cake that you gave me, and it was very good. So I do recommend it, the honey one. I would recommend mug cake. So the first stream, then school started. Yes, I can recommend. So we think we've identified most of those with the possible exception of the Farmer's Worry, which has been in our book since the beginning. Gilded Dendra, do not drink the sap of this plant. The lips and veins will turn black as the blood succumbs to Dendra's miasma, a sure and painful way to die. This might be the thing that killed the witch. The poison is so potent that even touching the leaves of this plant can be painful. I don't think we have it. Grey Sandfire, I think we think that's that, because it's woody, flame-like tendrils. Version of a roaring fire. Henchuck. my favourite character from Dungeon Meshi. The fruit of the henchuk can have startling effects on the memory. Even a small dose can result in short-term memory loss, but in larger amounts it has been known to cause severe amnesia. The tuberous bulb has an unusual structure, growing in bursts that give it striped appearance when cut open, which doesn't help for me because I can't cut anything open. When the outer layer hardens and turns blue-green, it is ready to harvest. Okay, so there's like a tuberous bulb that is blue-green. I guess we're looking for that. You were thinking of the honey one. It's a good one. Someone shoot the end and get hit by the wheelchair. Yeah, that was the end of the first room. It's always fun. I'm just reading through the ones that we haven't got yet that I might need to think of later. Jacob's Worth. People tend to be drawn to the unusual flowers of Jacob's Worth. I think we guessed that one somewhere, right? No? I thought we guessed that. Oh, here. Jacob's Worth. Yes, unusual flowers. Weird looking stuff. Look at that. Leaves have a mind of their own, yes, because it is said that they will point the way towards any person you wish to locate and have been used successfully to find many a lost wanderer in the hill. So that's probably going to be useful at some point. Meek dew, beautiful flowers made up of many smaller florets, make this sought after decorative plant, although it is difficult to care for. I think it's maybe one of these. Oh, it might be this one actually, we just got that. Maybe pleasant looking plant, but touching the leaves against bare skin will result in painful sores. This just says dark purple flowers, and they don't have a middle bit, so maybe not. There. The smell is alluring. Okay. This? No, candlewood. Okay. Maybe that? Small leaves, delicate flowers. Really specified. Don't touch it to bare skin, no. Royal Gentia, sometimes called Everheart. I think did we already identify? No, we didn't. Oh, oh no, this one. Royal Gentia Everheart, yes. The pink flowers of Royal Gentia are made up of two large kidney-shaped petals. One of the few known ways to release the bind of Swift Snare is to apply paste created from the sap of Royal Gentia. Swift Snare, you say? Storian, the dark red fruits should not be ingested under any circumstances as they are highly poisonous, resulting in insanity and then death. Cross-section of the stems shows the distinctive triple xylem and phloem of the Storian, which doesn't help me because again I can't cut things. This maybe? It has red fruit. It's a possibility, who knows? Those winter boar, known as the blue aloe. We're guessing that one, I think. Or blue winter after its cool blue-grey flowers. Winter boar is a hardy plant often found growing in extreme cold environments. The rubbery leaves make an effective insect repellent when applied to the skin. And that's all. That's all we don't have identified. The rest is gravy. We were given a map. Where's that map? Where did I put it? There. More will to explore. Right, where's this? That looks pretty there, doesn't it? Is that dotted line here? Maybe? Like there? I'm gonna guess there. F2. The air is thick with flying, biting insects, an unbearable plague. I fight against it for mere moments before I'm overwhelmed. If only I had some blue winter to keep them at bay. Winter boar, that's the one we were just talking about, I think. Winter boar. So let's just absolutely double check. Hello, fairy, how you doing? We're identifying plants. Winter boar. So, blue aloe, blue winter, because of its cool blue-grey flowers. Blue-grey flowers, or grey-blue flowers, rather, than orange centre. So I'm going to say this. I bet this is winter boar. If not, I'm going to get stung to buggery. Let's go. Yay! I got an achievement and everything. Hanging out briefly before your art class. Ooh, very exciting. You know what you're doing in art class? Winter boar. Nice. We've got a book entry for that. Of Dranthium, a plant with powerful mind-altering abilities. Those who inhale smoke from burning its long, sharp leaves elevate their awareness to levels otherwise unachievable. Some know Dranthium as Green Eye, a name derived from the telltale sign of overdose, where even the whites of the eyes take on a green tint. A bunch of shapes, and today's critique. Ooh. Always good to get feedback. Always good to get consensual feedback. Hang on, before we carry on, I successfully identified this, so let's make it purple. Good stuff. It does have another name. Blue Aloe, Blue Winter, so let's... Winter Ball. Blue Aloe, Blue Winter. We may need those names in future, but for now we'll put it under Winter Ball. Trying to keep them approximately in alphabetical order. Everyone drew a bunch of shapes on your paper. Oh, and you put value and textures to them. Oh, that's kind of a neat idea. I like that. Gotta do some art too soon. Art soon too. Yes. Planning to give a speech on your aphantasia in your public speaking class at some point. You feel like you should show some of your art while doing so, since you have aphantasia. Nice. Good to have props. Anyway, there were bugs. The blue winter saves my skin, but the swirling mass of insects is so thick in places it is hard to see. At length I come across what I came for and hurry away. We got this. Oh, that's spiky as well. We have multiple spiky things. This is quite spiky indeed. The thorns look menacing. I'm staying well clear of them. That is probably wise. That is the point of thorns, after all. Okay, well we had a thought that this was eyebright, but maybe that. Let me look at the description for eyebright again. We haven't failed identifying anything yet, despite how tenuous some of the evidence we've been going on is. Don't touch the brightly coloured thorns. They do no lasting damage. There's venom. Plant that only grows in the south in warmer climates, where they call it loath. Improve eyesight. Doesn't really give me much, does it? It says it only grows in the south, but we were there, which is pretty not south. It's quite west, in fact. So, okay, I'm gonna give this a label here of found in west. Which is not a guess as to what it is. It's just information that might come in handy later. But do they taste okay? Might not stop anytime soon. You go right ahead. It's good. I am liking Strange Horticulture. It's intriguing. There are questions that I have, and answers will hopefully be forthcoming, but you never know. It's a nice time. Apparently the sequel is coming out next week, maybe? Strange Antiquities, I think it's called. So if you like this, keep an eye on that. Oh, nice. Scratch the cat. Ding dong. Hello! Oh, it's a witch, maybe? Bethany Coleman?
Thank you for your help and discretion earlier. The Sisterhood is grateful, but the news that Ada was poisoned with gilded dendra has everyone worried.
Ada was the chief witch. That's the title of it.
The temporary acting Ada is panicking.
Oh no, that was the title.
I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but one of the sisters has gone missing. A runaway called Thea that we took in a few years ago.
Thea? So, should I be writing this down?
Trying to find her and Sister Charlotte remembered that the Jacob's Worth plant is said to help locate people.
That's this one, yes. With the spindly leaves that go diddling. Time for class, have a good. Hope the feedback is helpful. Ding. We identified it. Oh, bye. Didn't even stop to say thank you. Solomon's Scepter. Before I forget. Oh, okay, well that's in the book now. That was indeed Jacob's Worth. And very handy it was too. I don't think we have space. Wow, we can really cram them in on this shelf, can't we? Well, I'm good at guessing we're in the alphabet. Should probably start putting some stuff from up here down here, but whatever. I want the cutoff point. I've memorized that M is the 13th letter of the alphabet, and I will use that fact whenever I can. Cool. Scratch the cat. Ding dong. Peggy Morris.
I read about a wonderful sounding ornamental plant, but my book didn't say what it was called, or where to find it. It has curled leaves and a dark blue flower.
This? Curled leaves and dark blue petals. fingers ache from handling this plant. That's probably not a great thing to be giving people willy-nilly. Hang on, what do I think this is? What do I know? Row H, River 3. What does that mean? Is that where I found it on here? So I'll come back to you in a sec. Row H, River. So here, found it. That's where I found it. Okay. Right. Well, how useful that is. Okay. Curled leaves and a dark blue flower. That's not a flower. That's a collection of flowers. Well, these are curled. Lady of Summer. Dark blue. Single sweet-smelling dark flower. What do we know about Lady of Summer? Is it poisonous? Just want to be sure I'm not going to kill this person. Lady of Summer. Leaves curl. Leaves curl. Attractive flower. Hardy nature. Sought after ornamental plant. Aids with conditions of memory deterioration associated with old age. That seems perfectly reasonable to be given to somebody. Lady of Summer. There you go. It once again identified the Lady of Summer. Good. Also, we did get a new one, and I forgot to look at it. Tranthium? No. Is that not Tranthium? It may be gone forever. Solomon's Scepter? Also known alarmingly as Hell's Gate! And sometimes Solomon's Scorn. The flowers of the plant are commonly used in witchcraft and other satanic practices. Many sweet-smelling small flowers grow along the stem. Right. This one, we recently got this one. Smell is alluring. It's a lot of little flowers, they do look like that. So that's maybe Solomon's Scepter. It's the only thing I have that looks like it at the moment. Maybe this one, which we got at the same time, but it doesn't look, the flowers look different. I'm gonna give that a guess as Solomon's Scepter. My stab in the dark. Well, we'll put all of its names on there. Solomon's Scepter slash Hell's Gate slash Solomon's Scorn. Look at that wonderfully readable note. Yeah, I can read it. Guess that mainly what matters. Okay, I can. There you go. So you can read it there. It's fine. It's fine. Scratch cat, ding dong. Ennis Aylford.
We've had our eye on you for some time now. Join us. Praise the Dendru.
Well, this is all getting rather cultish. Thank you for the letter. I don't think I should open it, but I'm going to. Oh, good. There's no suspicious powder in it. Flattering, yeah. Watch back in the previous one for Shimmerlung. Oh yeah, you did mention a thing, didn't you? Shimmerlung. Well, if I've identified it, it'll be down here somewhere. Okay, I didn't say I've identified it. Okay, Lord Shimmerlung. Okay, so I'll read you a note in a minute, sir. Shimmerlung. Okay, we did identify Shimmerlung. It's this. Thank you very much for reminding. Wonderful. Yeah. Nice. Now, the note.
I represent a group called the Seeds of Redemption. Your expertise will be very useful to us, and we have much to offer in return. Let us know we can count on you. They'll leave in a single St. John's poppy flower outside Sadgill Church before Friday. Do not make the mistake of ignoring us. Praise the Dendru.
Well, we have a choice. Seeds of Redemption. Very useful much to offer. This all sounds very suspicious. Probably a cult. I'm on the side of the witches at the moment. I kind of want to see what their deal is. Don't really want to be getting involved in the Seeds of Redemption. I'm just gonna ignore that, I think. I know they said don't make the mistake, but I also don't want to get involved. Ding dong! Verona Green, hello.
I have returned from Swinside. I must admit I was hoping for more to go on, but there were certainly signs of a ritual having been performed at the stone circle. And the poor victim, well, the less said about him, the better.
Somebody was killed at a stone circle.
Reuben had it right, though. Grisly. I have the beginnings of a theory, but I'd like to run some tests on a sample of gilded dendra.
Just quickly, this is Verona Green, the occult scholar. Studying the occult and mysterious for many years, started as a hobby but grew into an obsession. She haunts the boundary between truth and tale, seeking out the knowledge that others recoil from. She also brews a lovely cup of tea. Which is now. This is the guy we just met. Grew up in nearby Gosforth, but is rumoured he spent some time living in a Rydal cave. Not clear what happened in the intervening years, but by the time he came to Undermere, he had dedicated his life to the one he calls the Woken Dendru. Get woken? Okay, you want a gilded dendru, which is a poison, I believe. Very, very poison. We have not yet identified. Don't drink the sap. Poison so potent. I don't want to give you poison. Also, I don't know what it is. Because it has basically no description. It even says plant. Doesn't specify flower. It does say leaves though. Are there leaves? No, it does not. Tasty poison. I don't know. What has leaves that look like that? Oh, hang on. Ah. Backbarrow Hills. Bad. Secret. We were told something really bad was here. It might be this. I remember. We put it in red because bad. The leaves look... They don't look identical, do they? They look similar. They're not pointy enough. For my personal tastes. But then again, is anything pointy enough? They're too thick. Not identical. I mean, we know this is poisonous. We know this is bad from the circumstances we found it. So we could just give it a go. Maybe? Because this is the description we have. It has sap. And touching the leaves is painful. What happened? What if we look? Red fruits, long, flat leaves. There was another one that said red fruit, wasn't there? Red flower. Dark red fruits. Poisonous. I think this is the only one that's mentioned red fruit. Look at this. Smells of rhubarb, lovely. What else did I think? Unpleasant scent. Those leaves are too thin at the bottom. I might not have it. It'd be weird that I don't have it, but it might be this. Fingers ache from handling the plant. That does sound familiar. How long has she been standing there? Poison is so potent, even touching the leaves of the plant can be painful. My fingers ache from handling the plant. It might be this then. That makes sense. I think that's our best shot. The leaves are pointy enough. I thought they were too thick, but they might be the right shape. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with this. Specifically because of the aching fingers. And the leaves aren't incredibly off. Row H, River 3. I might keep that note if we're correct. We'll give it a go. It's my best bet, I think. Sure. Dang! We found poison! Lovely. It's the Gilded Dendra. And we got Maiden's Sorrow. Book entry. Rubbing the soft leaves of this plant between one's finger and thumb is said to help prevent the mind from wandering, providing a focusing effect. Wow, can I get some immediately? Like, today? The flowers of this plant droop mournfully, but it is the thorns along its stem that are thought to lend it its name. It's probably this one. Yes. We thought was Eyebright, but now I'm starting to think that's Eyebright. Okay, things to do. This, bad. Real bad, deadly horrible things that are bad. What was it called? Gilded Dendra. This is Gilded Dendra. And I will keep where we found it because that might be relevant in the future. It's real bad. Don't touch. No touchy. No touch. You'll take two. Become immune to poison because the poisonous plant hurts your hands, so you're right. Yes, what was the one we just got? Because I have a short-term memory. Maiden's Sorrow. So I think it might be this. Single pink flower that smells pleasant. The bloom is drooping, it has thorns along the stem. Yeah, that might be Maiden's Sorrow, not Eyebright. I'll put both. Maiden's Sorrow, Eyebright. One of the two. Maybe possible. These don't droop, so that's definitely not it. Skitch, skitch, skitch. Ding dong. And wood. Me aunt died 2 weeks ago and I inherited her house. I've been sifting through her possessions and last night I found something unusual. In a forgotten corner of the attic I found a coffin. More unusual still, it were bound with strong vines. So strong I cannot cut through them. Isn't that weird? I immediately thought of your shop. You know about plants, right? Royal Gentia. Argenta. Lewis shared with me on Instagram today. Or yesterday, whenever it was. I saw it today. Brian Butterfield on Countdown. Or on 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, being very silly. Royal Gentia. Sometimes called Everheart, this one. Yeah. Pink flowers, yes. Made up of 2 large kidney-shaped petals, yes. One of the few known ways to release the bind of Swift Snare is to apply the paste created from the sap of the Royal Gentia. Go for it. Ding! Marveloso. Elderfinium. The petals of this flower can be brewed to create an antidote to Dendra's miasma. Oh, that's pretty handy. A deadly poison that causes the blood to slowly turn black, eventually resulting in painful death. It has an intoxicating scent similar to that of Solomon's Scepter. Like Solomon's Scepter, but not. Okay, Elderfinium. Okay, we do have, I guess we need to make a choice now, because we were told to do this. Leaving a single St. John's poppy flower outside the Sandgill Church before Friday. Wednesday now, so I guess we don't have to do it now, but... Okay, I'm less concerned about time. Right. What am I doing? We have this. This is identified. Royal Gentia / Everheart. Stick it over here. Somewhere there. Perfect. Yes, what was that new one? Elderfinium? Elderfinium. Anything that looks like that? It would be nice to have the antidote to the horrible, horrible poison. We don't appear to have the antidotes to the horrible, horrible poison. Intoxicating scent. Sweet scent, like strawberry dipped in honey. The big bowl. Don't think we have that. Go. Well, for now we can just close shop. And draw our Thursday card. Oh, my favourite. 5 miles south of the tallest but one, it grows in peace in the midday sun. Before she left, she returned to her hiding place and carefully retrieved the book, her excitement building as she did. She couldn't articulate what was so alluring to her about the book, but by now it had become an obsession. So we can read these all just to remind ourselves. It started when she found something that she was not meant to find, a book tucked away in a forgotten corner of the Ambleside Library. The book both fascinated and terrified her in equal measure, and after studying it for some time, she reached a decision. She would never use the power she had discovered. She would hide the book where it could never be found. Time passed, a year, then another. The book remained hidden, but out of sight did not mean out of mind. The book was what her thoughts settled on when she rested, what she brooded over when she did her chores, what she pictured when she dreamed. At 15, her mother, strong, dependable, loving, was struck down by typhoid. The girl drew inward as her father turned to drink. Not long after, the girl left home. Her father wept, but he was so caught up in his own grief that he let her go and did not look for her. Before she left, she returned to her hiding place and carefully retrieved the book. Her excitement building as she did. She couldn't articulate what was so alluring to her about the book, but by now it had become an obsession. Okay, just maybe the previous owner of a weird book. Or current owner of a weird book. Day 7, Tuesday. Wondering about the moon phase symbols. Might just show the passing of time? I don't know. Possibly. 5 miles south of the tallest but one, it grows in peace in the midday sun. So second tallest mountain, 5 miles south. Right. What's the second tallest mountain? That's 978. Anything bigger? No? Okay, 899. I don't think there was any other 900, so 899 might be it. No, there was a 902. 902, almost missed that. Do we have any more bids? Any more bids for second highest mountain? Going once? Going twice? Going nowhere. It's a mountain. Okay, we'll go with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hurrah! The forest here is lush and vibrant. The birdsong feels enchanting, like the call of sirens. Nestled in the undergrowth, under the shade of a birch tree, a plant grew. Ooh. Now that's a weird-looking thing. We got a weird-looking thing, everyone. Examine. Large blue flower with an odd protrusion. Looks like a Pikmin. Wait, drawer. Drawer open. Thank you. I don't think we've heard anything immediately about that. I guess, but then I probably didn't have that shape in my mind's eye when I was reading things. Who knows? Who knows? Oh. Pet cat. Ding dong. Hello, Anne Wood. I was able to strip away the swift snare's vines and lift the lid with more than a little trepidation, mind. To my relief, but also my disappointment, the coffin contained naught but dust. At least that's what I thought at first, but when I looked closer I discovered a golden amulet embedded in the grey ash. Oh, I'm sure it's not cursed. On the back of the amulet is an inscription that says, "With Solomon's sceptre I wake." Don't suppose you know what that means, do you? That's a plant, right? Solomon's sceptre. Do we have a guess at this? Found in West. Maybe this. So let's double check. Solomon. This is fine. What could possibly go wrong? I like a game where if you just follow the instructions and follow the rules, bad things happen. So you have to break the rules to make things good happen. It's a good paradigm for a game. also known alarmingly as Hell's Gate. The flowers of the plant commonly used in witchcraft and other satanic practices. Many sweet-smelling small flowers grow along the stem. They do look like that. Smell is alluring. Doesn't say sweet-smelling, but it's the closest I have, I think. So we'll just see what happens. We'll just help this person summon the devil. Who am I to argue? I'm just an horticulturalist. Identified. Long vericunde. Sometimes called the witch's remedy. A long vericunde is believed to lift cases. We might need that in a second. Small leaves grow in pairs along the stem. Is that all we have? Okay. Horticulturalist. Solomon's Scepter. We're getting through the guest backlog. The rest of it's questionable. Scritch. Ding dong. It's the postman. The shepherd got killed by some wild beast up near Swinside Stone Circle. They say it slaughtered half his flock as well. People around here don't seem too bothered, but it's gotten panicked down Foxville way. Thank you for the letter.
They cemented over the entrances, but didn't have enough time to paint them.
Classic cult circumstances, cementing things over. Hi, Jib. Welcome.
Snake, that's a prison cell. You can't open the door from the inside.
Of course we can't. It's covered in cement. Happy Jeep. We're doing well. We have identified the horrible, horrible poison. We have also found out that there is an antidote to the horrible, horrible poison. We don't know what it is. But we also got a letter from our friend. Nope. It just says Kentmere Eye. This is a secret. Kentmere Eye. So, right. Well, there's a few things I want to investigate. The guy said Foxfield. People are a bit frightened there. Maybe it's worth having a look. There's Kentmere. By the River Kent. Kentmere Eye. Wait, hang on. Eye. Kentmere Eye. If we have that to here. Good job identifying the poison you sent. Thank you very much. Okay, so it says Kentmere Eye, and we have this thing with a bunch of symbols on it. If we just line up the point of the eye onto Kentmere, pointing here, maybe? My guess? This is how I think this works. It's been my guess from the start, because the squares are roughly the same size. So that's what I'm gonna guess, and I'm gonna say we're gonna have a little trip. There are more important things I could be doing. Well, okay then. Oh, I bet it's the other way around, actually. Hang on, let me water some plants and try the other way around. Maybe I put the thing on Kentmere and then go to where the eye's pointing. Yes, okay, yeah, Jeep got it. It could have been either. Could have been either. It just so happens that Jeep was correct and I was wrong. Which would be, you know, surprising were that not always the case. At least we didn't find a horrible dead body and get all freaked out about it. There is a thing called Rising Dread in the bottom corner. We've only activated it once.
I can't open it. The handle's been taken off.
Pudding is mixed. Nice. Hit that cake. Okay, try this again. Put this on Kentmere. That's going to where the eye's pointing. Here? Kind of? Center it. It's difficult to tell. Okay, if I perfectly center it, it's pointing at this square. So I'm going to go here, E27. From Kentmere, I follow the bearing of the eye, and I end up in a small forest north of Kendal. The woods are thick with briar and brambles, but amongst the tangled undergrowth is a type of flower. Oh, a type of flower is flourishing. This mistletoe. No, that's white. Cool. We got that. I don't know what it is, but thank you, whoever sent this, for whatever reason. Slightly mysterious. But then again, so is everything. Oh yes, the other thing you've missed, Jeeb. Somebody tried to get us to join a cult. A cult called the Seeds of Redemption. They just came here, gave us this letter and said, we've been keeping an eye on you. And they've said that we need to leave a single St. John's poppy flower outside Sadgill Church before Friday. It is Thursday. And do not make the mistake of ignoring it. Praise the dendron. The woke dendron. So by the end of today, we need to decide whether or not we're going to join the cult. I'm not a fan, but everyone else seems to be. Always in these sorts of games where there are choices, my first playthrough, I want to be the goody two-shoes. I want to do my job, I want to stay out of trouble. And then on the next playthrough, I kill everybody. Do they have cookies?
The door won't budge.
Inconclusive, but they're not budging on the fact. They want poppies, so they might have like poppy seed bread or something. Be a little goody two-shoe. Dendra is an evil plant. Dendra, the gilded dendra, is the poison. Dendru. Oops. Maybe dendru is the singular of dendra. Oh, that'd be dendrum, I suppose. As in rhododendron. No, that's dendron. Being silly and you're fine with you being good. Probably do the same too.
Dendre.
Oh, Deirdre. There was something else I wanted to do. What was it? No, we did the card, we did the thing. Yes, Foxfield. People are freaking out in Foxfield. Let's see what they're having a do about. Where's Foxfield? If only the world was organized alphabetically. If only I had eyes. Foxfield. Foxfield is a simple welcoming place. I'm tempted to pay a brief visit to an old friend who is a brewer with his own small tavern in the village. In the end, I decide not to. I need to be doing back at the shop. Okay. Nothing major, nothing good, nothing bad. It's fine. Pet the cat. Scritch, scritch, scritch. Ding dong. It's Verona Green again. We gave you poison last time.
Well, this is getting interesting. I was able to confirm that it was indeed a gilded dendra that was used at the Swinside ritual site.
Okay, cool. More people being poisoned?
That's a worrying sign. It's a plant that is used in several of the darker incantations. And it can't be a coincidence that the very same plant was used to poison the Arder.
The witch.
There must be a connection between this other murder and the sisterhood.
We have your word for this.
I need some mental clarity to think about it some more, or think it through some more.
Maiden's Sorrow. We think it's that one, yes? Maiden's Sorrow. Let us all double check. Because it's got the droopy thing and the thorns. Maiden's Sorrow. Soft Leaves helps to prevent the mind from wandering, providing a focusing effect. Yes, it's the one that we all wanted. Thing that makes you focus. The flowers of this plant droop mournfully, but the thorns along its stem are thought to lend it its name. Single pink flower that smells pleasant. Drooping bloom, thorns on the stem. It's our best guess. Sure. Ding dong. Hooray! We're correct. Red Ebony. Oh, that might be... no. Plant is said to uncover that which is hidden, including buried treasure and secret writings. The red ebony, that's the one we need for this, is extremely rare and not well studied. Blood has been spilled over this plant, which is where the red part of the name is believed to come from, since confusingly the large flower is in fact blue! It's this thing, it's the Pikmin. Look, it's a Pikmin. Yeah, red ebony is blue, that's good. Right, cool. What was it doing? Maiden Sorrow, identify. Not Eyebright. I think that might be the red one. No, maybe. It's another M, which means we have to squeeze it onto this shelf. We really... wow, we can squash those in, can't we? Cool. So, red ebony, huh? Put you away, bring you out. Ding dong. That was indeed red ebony. Okay, we can find secrets now, like these. I'm waiting for them to be a different color. They do not appear to be a different color. Yes, I got the room monocle thing. Does that just let you confirm plans? No, this was powered by red ebony. Sorry, meant to say. Yeah. It is said that the red ebony plant has the property of uncovering that which is hidden or secret. I've perfected the device designed to extract from the plant in concert with a viewing window in order to permit the user to see magics otherwise invisible to the naked. Sorry, I forgot to mention. Does this have anything on it? Oh, it works! Well, what else would you write there? That's very silly. Love it. Anything on our friends thing? No, not immediately. We've had this since the beginning. Let's see what's going on there. Absolutely nothing. Anything on the windows? Cats? Cat is not mysterious. No magic cat? No magic cat. Perhaps the map has a mysterious magical location? Oh. Elderfinium grows here. Fantastic, we were looking for that. Tomb of the Hunter. The Great Oak. Well, this is Marl. Okay, so Q30 is Elderfinium. I'll write it down. Q30 is Elderfinium. We have the Tomb of the Hunter, which is B14. And we also have the Great Oak in N9. 9? 9. I think hunting Elderfinium is our priority because that is the antidote to the poison. I'd quite like to have some of that. I don't trust anyone. Cat, how very dare you? Cat is too mysterious and powerful for the device. Exactly. See? There may also be things on stuff in the archive, but I'm not going to guarantee it. Was the witch's thing? Yeah. Okay. These glow, but it really hasn't told me anything new. Has it? Up here. Nothing written on the windows in blood. All right then. Anything on the book? Probably only in the contents pages if there was anything. Okay. Worth a go. We click them one at a time? Can't click them while the thing's on it. Okay, we had this. What if I make them all that? Absolutely nothing. Strange. Strange horticulture. Right. Elderfinium. Q30. Whoever wrote on my map has been very helpful. I would never have thought to come out to this desolate place in search of a plant life, but quick search yields exciting results. Oh, look at it. Isn't that pretty? Check its Elderfinium. It did have a weird thing, yeah, this. Petals of this flower can be brewed to create an antidote to Dendros miasma, a deadly poison that causes the blood to slowly turn black, eventually resulting in painful death. Has an intoxicating scent, similar to that of Solomon's Scepter. Strong, sweet aroma. So, did we have a Solomon's Scepter guess? Or did we verify that? Solomon's Scepter. Smell is alluring. Well, I'm gonna trust whoever wrote on my map and just say that this is Elderfinium.
Eat the plant.
Num 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 num. Hi, miss. Welcome. Everything's going great. We have a horrible deadly poison.
All the drawers are locked.
All our drawers are locked apart from this one. We can see magic now. The cat's not magic. Yeah, things are great. Oh, and we're being invited to join a cult. The Seeds of Redemption. They're woke. Woken Dendrum. Or can't remember what their name was. Cat is too magical. Good. How is Amis? Is Amis good? Amis had a good day? Yes, we just found, thanks to magic on our map. Oh, sorry, on our mapper. Ooh. Property of Nicholas Culpepper. Who's Nicholas Culpepper? I don't know. Already ate the plant. It's fine, yeah. So this is Nicholas Culpepper's map, I guess. Or at least they wrote this stuff on it. Tomb of the Hunter, should we go there next, or should we go to the Great Oak? Great Oak sounds like a pub, so that's probably a best bet. Pilates killed you, and the lasagna you made will take longer to cook than you thought, but you're alright. Lasagna always takes longer than you think. That is my experience. Okay, let's go to the Red Oak, or the Great Oak. Royal Oak. N9. Down as? A huge tree stands before me, impossibly tall and wide, and bigger than I could ever have imagined. Any living thing might be. Its upper branches graze the sky. Nice. Well, we confirmed that's there. We might need it later. Glad you did some movement for your old buddy. Hooray! I did some movement today as well. I'm trying to keep up the little exercise thing, because I have on my bingo card exercise consistently for 2 months, and there's 4 months left of the year. So, lasagna being like, smooch the tree, we may well do. For now, though, we're going to go to the Hunter, the Tomb of the Hunter, B14. Well, after we've watered some. Movement is important. I also looked up the weird things that are happening with Minek and all of the associated areas, and I'm pretty sure I have a trapped nerve. So that's fun.
A hoonter must hoont.
A hoonter must hoont. On the plus side, while looking it up, it showed some, I found some cool stuff from the NHS on how best to lay down with a trapped nerve, and boy, it seems to help. So, what was the name? Yes, Hunter's Tomb. Tomb of the Unter. Unter must unt. What was it? B14? B14. Remember, everybody, B14. I don't want a B14. Trapped nerves are the bitches. Hope it eases for you. So do I. It's been a month and a half. It's been up and down. I've had it before, and then it went away, and then it came back. But now I know what it is, I think. Hopefully I have ways to deal with it. Posture. Better posture. Pretty sure that's the main thing. I'm trying different ways of sitting and having my keyboard on my lap when I'm drawing so that I don't constantly have that arm and shoulder raised and all that sort of stuff. The memorial bears the name Swaif Prior. Swaif Prior. It stirs a memory. He was one of the Dreyer. Ironically, that does not stir a memory. Theirs is a lonely life at the mercy of a dangerous addiction. They build a tolerance to the Dranthium sap in childhood that they might benefit from its potent effects, but they will die if they stop taking it. I remember reading about that. An unusual plant grows sparsely around the memorial. Swaif Prior. I'm assuming that's the one. It looks nice. What was that called? Already forgot. Dranthium? Rejuvenation effect. No, because that's one of these. That one. No, that's copied. I'm reading the wrong thing. A plant with powerful mind-altering abilities. Those who inhale smoke from its long, sharp leaves elevate awareness beyond levels otherwise achievable. Sometimes known as green eye, a name derived from the telltale sign of overdose, where even the whites of the eyes take on a green tint. So we think it might be this. Purple flowers, long, thin leaves that bear surprisingly sharp edges. It does say long, sharp leaves. So that is probably Dranthium. But it did also say addictive. I'll beware of that if anybody asks for it. Twitch! Oh, there was a bit of Frame Man there. Might have been Frame Man that time. And I apologise. If that's the case. A hard reload might be in order if it's remixing. You would have thought they'd fix the remixing bug at this point, but if you would have thought that, you'd be wrong. Cool. Scritch Cat, ding dong. Reuben Ward. Hello, Reuben Ward. Forgotten your voice.
Looks like I'm gonna have to make a trip to Blackcomb. If I don't want to notice something at the Swinside site that has me pondering.
Oh, is this the investigator?
Piece of slate with a symbol drawn on it in black. Can't think of anywhere else around here where you get slate from. Other than the slate quarry. That and Bradley Miller keeps insisting that he saw something up Blackcomb. But then again, Bradley Miller does claim that fairies stole his wheelbarrow. If I'm going to spend the night out in hills, I want to take some Eyebright with me. Wouldn't want anyone sneaking up behind me in the dark.
Eyebright. We haven't identified that. I think it's this, but I'm not certain. Take care not to touch the brightly coloured thorns. These are brightly coloured thorns. Let's just see what this says. Thorns look menacing. They're pretty bright. Steering well clear. Whoever wrote this book could at least specify the colour. No lasting damage. They contain a small amount of venom that will cause severe pain in several days after. The plant only grows in the south in warmer... This was the thing that confused me. A plant that only grows to the south in warmer climates. And we found this in the west. But by the same token, actually, I've just thought, this is Undermere. We don't know what's up here. This might be considered the south. But they call it Lothar for a long dead king, known to improve eyesight even at night, even in the darkest of places. Is it the only thing I have that has thorns that I haven't identified? It seems to be. So maybe we take a punt? I think we take a punt. Ding! We punted correctly, everybody. Happy punt, one and all. Wild coal, Hispid viburnum. The purple berries are recommended by physicians in place of a hair of the dog mentality as a tonic for those suffering the effects of having drunk too much the night prior. There are some who consider wild coal a sacred plant, perhaps owing to its rarity, and claiming that it is bad luck to pick berries from. Interesting. So this was Eyebright. We were wrong to doubt its origin. Yay, Eyebright. Tiger, tiger, burning bright. and all that. Really want your lasagna to cook. The longer it takes, the longer you have to wait to put it through the magic. Do not make lasagna pate. Slurp. There was a berry thing. These have berries? What was the berry thing? Are any of these good for memory? Long Veracund? No, this was the witch's remedy. Do we have anything like... Well, these come in pairs. Small leaves grow in pairs. But that's not unique. I've seen plants like that before. Small leaves. It does say small leaves, so maybe that's Long Veracund. I'll give it a question mark. But that's not what I was looking for. Based on the pictures misshared, I don't believe anything goes. The magic bullet is good. Lasagna soup. It could be good. It could be. You never know. You never know. And if you don't brush your teeth, maybe you'll find out one. Farmer's Worry, Fever Kiss. That's all stuff I recognize. Henchuck, Long Veracund, Meek Dew? Maybe Meek Dew. No. Storian. Wild Coal. Purple berries. Is that purple? Purple red berry. Seems plausible. So that's our hangover cure. Scritch, 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 ding dong. Green eyes.
Does it ever stop raining in Undermere? You have a reputation in town for knowing about unusual plants. I need some grey sand fire. Nobody around here seems to even know what I'm talking about. But I hope I'm in the right place now.
This man is addicted to, or has taken too much something. Can't remember what was the thing that gave you green eyes. Can't remember. Anyway, grey sand fire. I believe it was this one. Sandfire has a tough outer bark, which it does appear to. Many useful properties. Some chew it as a form of dental hygiene, taking care not to swallow it as it can cause unpleasant stomach distress. Smoky scent. Roaring fire. Feels like rough glass paper. Smells of smoke. Grey sandfire. Enjoy, green eyes. Nice. Ember Soul. Sounds like an item in Hollow Knight. Ember Soul is thought to have protective properties. It is sometimes given as an offering to various deities in return for sanctuary. Produces flowers with many petals. Watch out for the leaves, they're razor sharp. Cool, cool. Grey Sandfire confirmed. It's up there somewhere. There. You really can squeeze them in. Even it out a little bit. Okay, now a decision must be made. Do we cult or do we not cult? Ember Soul. Got anything Ember Soul-y? Flowers with many petals that are razor sharp. Nothing ringing a bell. I don't think we have anything like that. 2! It's up to you what 2 signifies. Number 2 means screw you. We're not doing the cult. Looking after my cat. Too busy looking after the cat to do cult stuff. Cats before cults. Hashtag. People use hashtags anymore? Cool. Well, it'll be fine. Lowick to Ilgill Head, Foxfield to Crinkle Crags. That's a cross-reference. At first, she felt free. This is the she in the story who found a mysterious book with power, hid it away, mum died, dad got drunk, she ran away, found book again. At first, she felt free, but it wasn't long before the reality of her situation began to take its toll. She stole food and she was hungry. She stole food when she was hungry and slept in makeshift shelters, not knowing where she was going, not caring. Eventually, she made her way to Grisdale Forest. Maybe this is the witch that they were talking about before. It's Friday! Gotta get down on Friday. Oh, it's not raining. Lowick to Ilgill Head, Foxfield to Crinkle Crags. Lowick to Ilgill Head. Oh, we know Foxfield is there. Lowick to Ilgill Head. Foxfield to something Crags. Crinkle Crag. So there. Hang on, I have a ruler. I'm going to put it on my monitor. Foxfield, Crinkle Crags, Ilgill Head. Yep, that's good. Looks good to me. Boom! The magpie sees me before I see it. I do not know how long it's been watching me, but I can tell that it's interested in my movements. A strange sensation creeps over me, and I feel an urge to leave this place. But not before collecting a plant for further study. One for sorrow. Turning to leave, I see another magpie and another plant I've never seen before. 2 for joy. 3 for girl, 4 for a boy, 5 for 7. Pick up sticks. 7, 8. Batman's dead. New plants! More lavender. I'm waiting to open this drawer and there be like a horse's head in. I'm assuming nothing's changed on. Why would it? These reset. Why do they reset? Always forget to water the new plant. Probably doesn't do anything except give you the will to explore, but I do like the fact that there's like this little mechanic, which is like, it's basically a timer to allow you to go out and do stuff. But if you want to speed it up, just water some plants. That's a nice. It's a nice little. Gets you into the mood of the thing, mood of the game. Some people might think, oh, what a waste of time, just let me do it. But for me, it's like, immersion. Okay, well, we didn't get anything weird, any weird mysterious letters or anything, so... Horse's head time. Scratch cat, ding dong. Hello!
Ignoring our offer was a mistake, horticulturalist. The Dendro has awoken. The redemption is upon us. And when it arrives, you will not be spared.
What is... Who is you? Why do you have a gun? Why do you have a gun? Sorry, I'm not interested in you anymore. Why do you have a gun? Forest Vare. One of the Dreher, yes, green eyes. Group that builds a tolerance to the harmful effects of Dranthium, that's the one I was looking for, from childhood so they can harness the plant's potent mind-enhancing abilities. Comes at a price, they will die if they stop taking it. Rumors that an ancient evil has arisen were too much for the forest to resist. Dreher means hunter in the old tongue. He has travelled a long way to kill it. So this is trying to kill the beast that's been going around killing people by the stone thingies. Good, I guess. He is called the Hunter. Why wouldn't he have a gun? That's honestly fair. Dendro has awoken, the redemption is upon us, and when it arrives, he will not be spared. Thumbs up. I gave him a thumbs up. You can't see that, but I did. Scritch scratch, ding dong. Oh, it's the Jade Mask. Hello. My mind is clouded, dark. I see it and it sees me. All of me. Elderfinium is the answer. Must be. I will not forget those who helped me, Horticulturalist. Well, as far as I can tell, Elderfinium is just a cure for something, so I can't say no. I mean, I could. Make an antidote to the deadly poison. Intoxicating scent. Okay, so we had one that we're pretty sure is Elderfinium, so there you go. Bing! Larkshine to Candleford. Larkshine is a plant with powerful defense mechanism. It releases stinging barbs triggered by a light touch. The pain is said to be unbearable and can last for several days. Sometimes confusingly called kidney flower, this is thought to be a reference to the kidney-shaped seeds held within the spiny pods that grow on this plant. Kidney-shaped seeds in spiny pods. I don't think I have any kidney-shaped seeds. Spiny pods, but that's fine. Elderfinium confirmed. Bing bong, we have a cure. Can I get a longer thing? Bing bong. Just for the sake of it, let's go and see the oak. Yeah, let's do it. Big tree. Okay. Nothing interesting. Scratch, scratch, ding dong. Grace Enright, you new? My mum was into horticulture. Only similar things. Golden light is a plant, right? I'm not sure what long meg would mean though. Long meg? Oh, is that another plant? Anyway, I thought you should have it just in case it may help. It may be any help. Golden light long meg. She loved this shop. Ugh. Golden light, start at Long Meg, South 3 East 2. Cool. Long Meg. What would Long Meg refer to? I don't think any of the rivers have a name like Meg. Any thoughts? Long Meg? Long Meg he reign? Nothing on here is jumping out at me. Maybe it's a nickname for something somebody's told us before and I've forgotten. I'm going to look at that again. You're not on here, are you? Okay. I wanted to see what she said. Evidently not important. Back to the map. A lot of stone circles around, isn't there? Just noticed. What are we looking for? We have a note. There is a thing called Golden Light. Start at Long Meg, South 3, East 2. I'm trying to work out what Long Meg means. Whether it's a place, or whether there's a person at a place. Or it's an anagram, or... probably way simpler than I'm trying to think it is. Blue Sky Post made, yay! I was going to remind you at the beginning, but I forgot. You didn't need it. You did it. Everybody go on Blue Sky right now. Gonna be very honest with everyone, you think lasagna would have looked better if it had gone through a magic bullet. I mean, lasagnas... I don't think I've ever seen a lasagna that looked appetizing. But they're always nice, so... I can't think of a way you would make... Call it a deconstructed lasagna. Ah, abstract. Abstract Lasagna, my fusion jazz album. Is there a character in the cast called Meg? Excellent question. Faye, Bethany Coleman, Verona Green, Ruben Ward, Simone Green. Hang on a minute. Verona Green and Simone Green. Interesting. Forrest Vare, Unknown, Dennis Aylford, Isidore Burbridge. It's phenomenal, but it looks like someone threw it at a wall before surfing. That's the thing. That's the thing. It's lasagna. It can and probably will look terrible, but it'll taste great. It's lasagna. So no, there is no character Meg. Long Meg. Let me have one last look at this. Not the name of the oak, is it? Great Oak. But we can't go south. No, we can go south. No. That is a place we could go. No pictures of it. Long Meg. I'm gonna do one more pass around, and then we'll leave it until bells ring. Something might come up later. Maybe if we'd been exploring more, we would learn more about the world. No magic on the note? No, I think I checked. Yeah. The immediate thought I had was like just LM. As in like L row number, M column number, like L13. No new magic on the map? I don't think so. Elfinium. Tomb of the Unter. Great Oak. Nope. No. Because the lady who gave it to us said, I don't know what Long Meg means, so maybe it's just not obvious. No plant called Long Meg? I don't believe so. Maybe there's one with a nickname, Longleg. Longvericund? Which is Remedy, no. You agree, starting season 3, episode 2 of Longmeg is the best way to get introduced to it? Yeah. See, I was watching Luck Shine to Candleford, so... I missed the beginning of it when it first came out. I don't remember seeing Longmeg as the name of something. Oh, it's probably way simpler than this, isn't it? Okay, I will ask one question of you, Kira. One question. Simple yes or no. Is the solution to this an in-universe puzzle? Like we have to work out who Long Meg is and something like that? Or is it a Trixie-like puzzle out of universe, like there's wordplay or numbers or whatever? Don't know how you'd find this out easily if that's all the info you get. Okay, so it might be an in-universe thing, I get. Holding. So yeah, just A or B, is it an in-universe solution or is it a no wordplay? Okay, so it's in-universe, so I will await further information. Happy to do that.
Cresp, how is that a yes or no question?
It's binary, so you can map yes or no. There's a bijection from a yes or no answer to the answers of that question. So that means it's equivalent in mathematical sense. Don't know if you get more information than just this or if you need to figure it out based on that. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, sure.
Look, I got to introduce you to the word bijection. Scratch, 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 ding dong. Anne Wood! Help me! The amulet! I can't remove it and it's drawing the life from me! Yeah, we thought that would be a bad idea. Longvericund. So this is a lady who opened a magical enchanted coffin, found an amulet, got rid of the... activated the thing with a plant called Hell's Gate, and is now finding out that things are going badly. Can't help some people, can you? Witch's Remedy, Longvericund, small leaves grow in pairs along the stems. The only one we have is this. It's all we have going for it. And it just says small leaves from... No, it doesn't even say that. Oh, and they're not growing in pairs. No, they are growing in pairs. Flowers of a delicate scent. Was it that one? Was it a different one? So this one. Longvericund. Here we go. Small leaves, delicate flower. Best I've got. Walkthrough says to put it away for this day. Okay, cool. Sounds like a her problem. Well, I'm going to give you a tenuous guess. Things can't be going worse for you than they are right now. No, I need to be more careful. That wasn't Longvericund. Ah, rising dread. Bad times. That's what happens. It's our first failure of identifying something. To be fair, we had bugger all to go on. Delicate scent. They do seem more sparse than that one, so I guess seems more likely, perhaps. I guess we can get. I guess with 3 strikes and we're out. There we go. Oh, there we go. I can feel it working. Thank you. You're very welcome. Second time's the charm. We identified Longvericund. And we have information on Caldery, which I believe is a medieval crime. We've been accused of Caldery. The uses of Caldery were not well known. Some say it has applications in dark magic, but this author has found neither substance nor specifics to back up those claims. I'm glad you devoted an entire paragraph to. Those who worship the huntress Arduina place the flower as an offering to ensure a successful hunt. It grows from thin stem with small leaves. Okie dokie. So it was not that one, it was this one, wasn't it? It was long Verikund. Marvelous. Still need a bigger shelf. What was the one that we're going to see, right? Caldery. Thin stem, small leaves. Doesn't look like we have anything like that. Unless they're really, really tiny. This one is not long Verikund. You have been demoted to labelless. Okay, we don't have Caldery, but handy if we need to help out hunt person. Scritch, scritch, ding dong. Hello, Amos Duncan.
It's good to see you, my friend. I've been on the road so long. Started to wonder if you were still the other end of the letters I've been sending.
You have been sending letters. Thank you, they've been very helpful.
I'm back in town for a few days, though, and I wanted to give you these before I forgot. I found them in the pocket of an overcoat that belonged to your uncle. Almost threw them away, but I thought the symbols on them might mean something to you.
Aha! 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 Who's ready for some brute forcing? Maybe the order is not important. Let's find it. It seems the order is important. Well, how many combinations could there possibly be? 5 factorial. What's 5 factorial? 60. Who wants me to have a crack at 60 combinations? Is there a way? Oh, no, hang on. No, smarter. Let's think smarter. Look at how they line up. I learned from the map. Haha. Okay, so one day I aspire to be as smart as Cheeb. But now though I will just steal their idea. Shenanigans! Trimblehuff! The Trimblehuff is traditionally used as decoration at weddings, and it is thought to strengthen relationships. The cross-section of the small cup-like flowers, they generally point downwards to avoid filling with water and allow easy access for pollinating insects. Okay. A Briar's disc, often called a smuggler's disc, is a simple device that can be used to send coded messages. The location of cached cargo, for example.
A guest is waiting for their Trimblehuff.
Trimblehuff. Thank you, Hazel. The principle is cunningly straightforward, but the code is undecipherable to prying eyes. Both parties must be in possession of a disc of identical size with the same symbols etched around the edge and a map. To encode a location, you would then place the disc over some named point with the map nearby and a note whichever symbol is pointing to the location. It may be necessary to string multiple symbols together, but you can use this method to reach any other point on the map as required. Well, we already know how that works. Speaking of, any secret? No secret. Robert Barrow's Medicinal Herbology, Blackhall Road, Kendall. That might be worth an investigation. Keep that there for a sec. The Devil's Nightcap. We did that already. Silly game. I worked that out. Didn't need a clue. This plant, known colloquially as a corpse friend, or corpse's friend, if ingested, it will seed. Oh. I went way bleaker than I think this is going to. Oh no, slow agonizing death. Unfair, yeah. If ingested as a seed, it will cause a slow agonizing death, and the plant will grow out of the body once deceased. I was going along the right track. I just read the beginning the wrong way around and predicted the end. It has a light, pleasant scent, not dissimilar to pine needles. Boiling the root in vinegar creates a tonic against fevers and poisons. Okay. Well, nightcap is a mushroom, isn't it? But none of these have leaves. Okay, well. And also, coin. Gosforth, 1813. Disappointing amount of magic, that's fine. Well, let's go to Blackhall Road in Kendall, shall we? Kendall, Kendall, Kendall. That's where the mint cake comes from. Kendall. I find the medicinal oibology shop off Blackhall Road. I know you. Everyone's from North. The sea bleeding into the tea makes you think it says the night trap. We should play that on stream, that'd be fun. I know you, says the man behind the counter. Robert Barrow, presumably. You're the owner of Strange Horticulture. 2 hours later, after a lengthy and engaging discussion, covering a wide variety of botanical subjects, we decide on a trade. Turns out that Robert is a collector of unusual fungi, and I have just the thing for it. Copper Caledonian. Have I? Do I? Have I? Rejuvenation effect. Blah, 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 blah. Red patches. Fungus. Red fungus. Fingers crossed. It's the only one that's the right shape, and it's red. The red bits. A mushroom-like plant. It's not a mushroom. Well, best of luck. Hooray! And we got loads of things in return. Brilliant. Swoosh! Look at all that! We got the little vases. We got those little things that you lick and then you turn them inside out, put them on a table, wait for 10 seconds, and then they pop up. And blue. How lucky are we? Copper Caledonian confirmed. Thank you, I forgot. Copper Caledonian. No question mark. Have confidence in yourself, mushroom. You have all my support. Support. Like support, but sport. Anyway, any of these look like pouldery? No, particularly.
They're really getting desperate.
Very much.
Desperation's a good sign. Soon they may panic and run away.
What did he say when I examined them? Purple flowers, long leaves. Wonderful, very descriptive. Overpowering, sickly sweet scent. Huh? And distinctive smell that reminds me of old books, musty. An old book smell flower. I know people will probably love that. We still haven't identified Dranthe yet. Maybe we don't have these? Tuberous bulb, we don't have anything like that. Larkshine, nothing spiny. Meek dew. That might be meek dew now. Well, at least we know if we're just going to give straight up give the wrong flower, the game just goes, no, dread. Tremble half downward facing. None of those are downward facing. Are they wild coal? No berries. Although I think we kind of identified. Yeah, that might be it. Okay, I think that's just a nice circumstance. Yeah, things. Hang on. Oh, that's them being annoying. That's golden meg. All right. Archive herbologies. Archive red ebony. Cool. The rest is gravy sauce, also known as gravy. Scratch the cat, ding dong. It's Simone Green. I have no idea what any of this means, but it seemed like something you might find interesting. It's a librarian, I believe. I found it while clearing out the nook of the East Wing. I bet you're the person the thing's talking about. You're the person who found the book. Stole the book, maybe. I've got a letter. Bye. I love the way they just retract into the darkness. Baylock's Elixir. Made from the crushed petals of 3 distinctive plants, Baylock's Elixir is a potent aid to memory, allowing those who drink it to ensure that they retain important information that they will never forget. Can I have some? Care must be taken after drinking, however, to avoid the fate of Grey Gale, who slowly lost her mind after taking Baylocks and staring at a blank wall for 12 hours. Okay. So, that has, what, 9 petals? 9 petals, 5, with distinctive, like, anther patterns. Do I have anything with 9 petals? This very well could be the last one, couldn't it? Unpleasant. Been there, Grey Gale. My 12-hour stare of choice is the ceiling rather than the wall. But that's, you know, to each their own. Does this have 9? It's difficult to tell. No, it looks like. Any more 5s? Oh, hang on. That's 9, but it's the middle doesn't look quite right.
Really? How interesting.
Oh, this? Eyebright? That is 9, and it does look like that. Okay, so Eyebright. Hang on, I'm gonna... Baylock's Elixir. I don't know why I'm far away from the microphone while doing this. So Eyebright. Eyebright, something unidentified. And appear to have a sharp, pointed 5-petal flower. You like the void, personally. That doesn't have anthers, does it? Not sticking out. Thinking this is the last one. They haven't added the stripe, which is... Oh, and it's only got 2 anthers. These have 4, so maybe not. Are they anthers? I want to call them anthers. Or was it this one? Ah, it was this one. It's whatever this is, so I'm gonna call this Baylock 3. I'm not sure I have the second. Good to know, though. Good to know. Good, good. Productive day. Productive day. Scratch cat. And no. Whoosh. Enter Bay, a noble elder stood silently watching starry skies. A young woman alone in the world. She was taken in by the sisterhood and given a home. It was a chance for redemption, a new start. So it was the new witch from a couple of years ago. Okay, well that seems relatively straightforward. Clue? Saturday. Saturday. Right. Here we are. Where's Tebay? Tebay to you. I would assume it was a bay. Doesn't look like it's a bay though, does it? No, it's landlocked very much. Into Bay, a noble elder stood silently watching starry sky. I find myself on a patch of moorland surrounded by jagged peaks and menacing clouds. A distinctive plant stands out against the swathes of purple heather, and there, another. Multiple oh yeah, I've been looking for you, and also you were the one beginning with C, maybe? Starting to actually have a memory. Slightly scary. Okay, so not you. This. You look like Baylock 2. A pleasant fresh aroma. Cool. Baylock 2. Keep those over there because they have a tag, but they're not tagged with their what I think their name is. We're gonna keep them separate. Give you a water as well, just for fun. Kideki? Caldery. Are you Caldery? Haha, see? Flowers are deep blue, quite beautiful. Dark magic, huntress, thin stems, small leaf. I'm guessing that's Caldery. Yeah. Confident enough in that one? Good. Good time. Scratch cat. So when are the cult coming after us? Hi, Simone. Long Meg? I'm sorry I've not heard of it, but I'll keep an eye out for you in the library. Thank you. As long as you can get me some fever kiss, that is. Too many late nights at the library taking their toll. I don't trust you. Fever kiss, that's the berry one, right? That one. We were pretty confident about this one because it was like the other one. Gulp. Fever kiss, red berries. Provide a boost. Enjoy. Good. Mountain Astory promotes an aura of confidence and persuasiveness. Large cup-like flowers produce a stale, damp smell. That's probably these. Mountain Astory. Come back to that. For now, Fever Kiss has been confirmed. Another thing I like about names like this is there is no established meaning to the color of the label. I just decided purple means we got it. You can play this however you want, and labels will now mean different things. I really like that in a game. There's a board game version of Wilmot's Warehouse, which is basically you get all these sort of abstract looking symbols on cards, and you have to flip them face down in specific places on the board. And then afterwards you have to remember where they all are when cards get dealt saying, find this thing. Because they're all face down, you have to remember where they are, and you have to work together to work out how you're going to remember where everything is. And that's the game, is you basically just have to talk amongst yourselves and try and come up with like a story or something to explain why that shape is next to that shape. It's an interesting idea. A game built entirely around, we haven't given you rules for organization, but we have given you tools to do what you want. It's interesting. Anyway, we've helped the librarian. Scritch, scritch, ding dong. Mail! Hello, David Schaefer.
There's talk around town. A woman who wears green mask made of jade.
Yes, she's been in a couple of times.
All sorts of oddballs in under me, but that's certainly unusual.
Beckfoot candle. Another smuggler thing. Any sneakrets? Any sneakrets? I like secrets, but by snakes. Beckfoot candle. Okay, let's explore. Beckfoot. Where is Beckfoot? Time for the obligatory 30 seconds of me looking at this map, not seeing Beckfoot. Back arrow. It's close. Beckfoot. Jeeb has already posted it in chat. Because Jeeb is good. Beckfoot. Gained. Ding dong. The Colonel leads me east of Westwater. Westwater? Westwater. To the north, the mighty Scafell Pike grazes the sky, the tallest peak in England. This is England? Okay. The challenge beckons to me, perhaps another time. Got a plan. We're in England, apparently. It's the spiky thing. We know that one. We all know it. No info, we're in England. Any of those? Larkshine? Yes. Powerful defense mechanism, stinging bits and bobses. Triggered by a light touch, said to be unbearable pain, so don't touch them. I'm wary of those spines, you should be. Sometimes confusingly called kidney flower. This is thought to be in reference to the kidney-shaped seeds held within the spiny pods. I'm going to say that's Larkshine and or kidney flower. Larkshine / kidney flower. There's no G in kidney flower. Thought we were in unmentioned made-up country, but I guess we're just in normal-ass England, yes. I'm learning so much about the geography of England. Like how Kent is a river. Kidney. Scratch, scratch. Forest Vare, it's the hunter. I've been talking to people around town trying to learn as much as I can about this beast. Rumoured to have been seen in these parts. In the old world, they called this thing the Servant. People here seem to have forgotten that name. We're learning about the foliage of England. Except the group calling themselves the Seeds of Redemption. Oh yes, the cult. There's something I did not expect, and they've made it clear that they want me to stay away from the Servant. They seem to worship it, but I'm getting distracted. My Dranthium supplies are low. I need more. Dranthium, you say? Don't believe we've identified that. Cult. England, according to AI, the River Kent. Plant with powerful mind-altering abilities for those who inhale smoke. Long, sharp leaves. And that's all we have to go. Gonna make candle. Dranthium, we think this? Maybe? Long, thin leaves that bear surprisingly sharp edges. Okay. Ding! We got the Dranthium. Happy hunting. Palliance! Or Palliance. That is an alliance with Pal. It involves a smooch of bonding in order to seal the deal. Most plants offer a small improvement to air quality, but the Palliance is in a class of its own. It is sometimes called sweet breath, thanks to the freshness of the air in the vicinity. Makes your breath nice and sweet when you smooch. But smooch. The many short leaves on this plant are thought to help filter toxins through the surrounding air. Maybe this one. Or this one. No, this one? No. Dranthium confirmed. I'm awake. Dranthium. Still call it addictive, why not? I say addictive, if you stop taking it, you die. Slightly more severe than most addictions. I really should. Hang on. Got a lot of plants. We could just shift everything over. One sec. I can keep my A to M system. Stretch it out a little. Many short leaves is probably the red one. Yes. I will allow junkies of life. Thank you, Automod. Lemon dandy. That sounds delicious. Has been Hotel Season 2 trailer. Ooh. Don't mind me, I'm just being me. If only I'd given this much care and attention when I was playing Resident Evil 4. Dark wouldn't currently have hypertension. There we go. Look at that, it's lovely. That's the work we've done. Look at the work we've done. I posted it 2 hours ago. Have you seen it, Kara? I know you've been in school, but have you seen it? Lots of Vox. You like Vox? Right, let me just have this. Small leaves, delicate flowers. So just a reminder. I forgot, what was it called? Palliance. Small improvement. Oh yes, also mountain astery. I think there's this. Small improvement to air quality. Sweet breath. Where is this? They look too wide. It has a pleasant, fresh aroma. Filters toxins from the surrounding air. What did this one smell like? Nothing. I guess we'll eat that bridge when we get to it. What are curious up to during school times? It's a 40-second video. No phones allowed. That's fair. Okay, mountain estuary. Large cup-like flowers produce a stale smell. Musty books. So probably mountain estuary. I've been quite good at spelling on stream. Which is surprising, because off stream I've been absolutely dreadful. Need to to bring a laptop for English classes, but not for the public speaking classes. Otherwise, no phone usage at all. It's public speaking today. Oh, I hope that went well. Scritch, scritch, scritch. Ding, 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 ding. Hello, Ruben Ward.
I crept around Blackcomb 2 nights ago in pitch black. That eyebrow stuff is some potent stuff. I could see clear as day stuff. Up on the fell I found a shallow pit full of stuff and skulls. Some deer, fox, badger, and some human. There was an eerie silence about the place and every part of me was screaming to get out of there. Ah, it went. Back down on the flat, I heard a terrible noise, like an axe maker's whetstone, but unmistakably animal. From the Muppets, you know. Like, ah! High on the ridgeline, I saw a cowled woman wearing a jade mask watching me. And beside her, something dark, inhuman, bloody huge! It were huge! I don't mind admitting that I'm out of my depth on this one. God blimey, I need to speak to Verona again. While I'm here, I'll grab some wild coal for my pounding head. You've been out drinking too, if you see what I did.
He wants the hangover cure. We think is this. Let's double check. Back to index. Wild coal. The purple berries. It says red purple, didn't it? Yeah, purple red berries. Purple berries are recommended by physicians in place of the hair of the dog, blah, 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 blah. There are some who consider the wild coal berries, it has berries. That's basically all we know from physical description, and this has berries. Have some berries. They're the right berries. Good. Norwood! I didn't do it, and nor would you. A bite of the crunchy root of this plant has the effect of a cold bucket of water thrown over the face. Wow. An unpleasant sensation accompanied by sharp focus. It is claimed that Norwood releases spores that are invisible to the naked eye, showing up only under
They can improve the whole show if they just change the ending.
How?
Put it closer to the beginning.
Natural light.
Oh,
What's wrong with you?
it's either this show or indigestion. I hope it's indigestion.
Why?
It'll get better in a little while.
I am haunted by your incompetence. It keeps me up at night.
Wild coal confirmed. And I believe okay. Norwood said, line up everyone. Join the heckle queue. Norwood said that it has spores that show up under unnatural light. So I'm gonna, that kind of glows. Ooh. Ooh. It's fun and funky and fresh. So that's probably Norwood. See what we have to say about it. It kind of works. It kind of works, it kind of doesn't. It's fine. Purple flowers, long leaves. What a terse description. Cool. Oh. Good stuff. Scritch, scritch, scritch. Ding, 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 ding. That's your guess, yes. Emily Costigan.
Well, this looks like the right place. I don't want to have to traipse all the way over to the Red Pike, so hopefully you've got what I'm after. It's a non-flowering plant with smallish leaves, and it seems to grow mostly on Red Pike. At least that's the only place I found it.
Red Pike. Didn't something grow on Red Pike? Blackberry Hills, no. Oh, where did we find anything on Red Pike? Non-flowering plant? Okay. We have at least one non-flowering plant. This? Common trowse? Smallish leaves. Sparse leaf. Red pike. Wren. I call that smallish leaves. I guess we'll go with this. Brimlock? Wait, hang on, that's not. It was this one. Common trowse. Ding! Boom. Good enough. I'm going to add to the label Red Pike. No, I'm going to add to the label red pike. I'm going to add to the label red pike. Not pink, pike. We're good.
That was a joke, guys.
Are you certain?
Scritch, 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 scritch. Ding. Verona Green.
Poor Reuben. He looks a little worse for wear this morning.
He got very drunk.
He took it hard when his wife died and never did quite give up the drink.
Oh.
I think I know what ritual was performed at the stone circle. It all adds up. It was a summoning spell. Someone called to something across the void and tried to bring it here, and with the state of the body all torn to shreds, I say they succeeded.
Probably the horrible beastie. I was right, by the way.
Then the Gilded Dendra, they really got me thinking. I found this in Dr. Worthing's bestiary, a little light reading for you. I'm headed to Grisdale Forest again. The Sisterhood will know more.
Dang, Verona, you don't have to wear his dirty laundry like. Thank you. So this guy, Reuben Ward. The thing is, he lost. He went to drink because he lost his wife, right? We know from the little descriptions that came with the cards every day that the girl that's being talked about in that ran away from home because the mother died and the father went to drink. So it might be his daughter that the thing's talking about, who is probably this person, maybe. But they became a witch. I think the witches took her in. Anyway, it has many names. Some call it the Woken Dendru, believing it to be related in some way to the deadly Gilded Dendra plant. Others call it the Night Stalker, the Miasma, or the Dread. But the most common name for it in the Shires is the Servant. You'll have heard of it in children's songs such as Keep the Fire Burning and Servant and Master. Oh, I love that song. It's not Spandau Ballet. It is Spandau Ballet, isn't it? No. I always forget the names of the things. It's not Duran Duran. Not Spandau Ballet. What am I called? Ah, it's annoying me. Come on. Who did, Personal Jesus? Enjoy the Silence. Depeche Mode. That's the one. Got it. Depeche Mode. So everyone look up Master and Servant by Depeche Mode. What was I talking about? And there are hints of it in older stories, but nobody alive has seen it in the flesh. It is said that the dead ground northeast of Tibet, where nothing but black digitatus mortis grows, was caused when the servant last walked our lands hundreds of years ago. Depeche Mode, yeah. For some reason, Duran Duran, Spandau Ballet, and Depeche Mode, all their names constantly get mixed up in my head, despite the fact that Depeche Mode are very different to Spandau Ballet and Duran Duran. Okay, so the Woken Dendru, Night Stalker, Miasma, Dread, Servant, that's the thing that got summoned. Said that the dead ground northeast of Tibet where nothing but black digitatus mortis grow. Well, let's go find some of that. Tibet was there. Northeast. Wide area of blackened ground here is known to the locals as Dead Man's Field. Dark mushrooms protrude from the soil like fingers reaching out from the grave. Yeah. That's dark mushroom. Digitatus mortis. I believe it was called. Digitatus mortis. Dead fingers. Our library friend still hasn't come back to us about who Long Meg is, but that's fine. Did we actually check this? Did. Weird that this hasn't gone away yet. It's fine. We'll get rid of that. Okay. Another day, another ding. Scratch the cat, end the day. Boom. Nothing. Until we put the magic thing on it. Every day she attentively followed the teachings of the Arda. Every day she patiently performed the tasks given to her. Every day thoughts of the book itched at the back of her mind. So that is presumably the daughter of Reuben. Day 10, Sunday. It's Sunday. It's Sunday, you bastard. No, I said that. A secret uncovered is a secret no more. 2 miles north of Foxfield. 2 miles north of Foxfield, eh? Foxfield is there. 2 miles. 3 ravens circle above, their caws and croaks cleaving of the silence. An omen! I take what I came for and leave. Get it? Because leaves? Pretty. You go over here. Thank you.
Hey, come on, guys. No heckling. I mean, I'm not even out here to tell jokes.
Have you ever been?
There was one that was like loads of petals. This one. Many petals, leaves are razor sharp. It is quite easy to cut oneself on the jagged leaves, as I have just found out. This is probably Ember Soul. God, having a memory is nice. Is this what most people's lives are like? Apparently I only have it during this stream. Oh, sometimes. And I think that's probably just from training, from Jeeb reminding me that I need to change labels. Sounds like I'm updating pronouns. Scratch the cat, ding the dong. David Chaffee. One from my librarian friend today. Long Meg? Something about Long Meg? Ooh. Memory flower really helped, yes. In reference to your question the other day about Long Meg, I'm afraid I do not have an answer, but Calder Abbey has a wealth of knowledge on local lore. If you ever go there, the monks will request a plant from you, but they won't tell you what they want. Sort of test. They've never allowed me to look in through their stacks. Simone. Okie, where are we going? Sorry. Calder Abbey. Let's call there.
Not bad for a goat roper.
I'm sorry, that one tickled me. I thought it would be more convoluted, but it was just right there.
Well, it's downhill from here.
Anyway. A small window opens from within a much larger oak door. From the darkness within, a voice proclaims, "Only a friend may enter." Only a friend may enter. Caldery? Kind of rhymes. Pal. Parallelism. Only a friend may enter. Right. Do we have to remember the law? Something like, oh, you give this to people, and that means you're friends. Just gonna be flipping through, I hope you don't mind. This might not be a puzzle. It might just be irrelevant. Promotes an aura of confidence and persuasiveness. Maybe I can use this to go, I think you'll find I'm a friend. I'll just throw this in their eyes. Air quality. Do you have mysteries? Don't have. Any thoughts? Probably not, because this feels like something you need to pay attention to, and I sure haven't. And I mean, it's entirely possible you have, but I'd rather hope you were doing something more productive. Go to the index. Go to the content. Aguera, Bishop's Parasol. It's an abbey. Brimlock, Butterdale, Cabalia, Candlewood, Caldery, Clavilium, Common Trowels, Copper Caledonian, Fox Button, Grandy Root, Gilded Dendra, Grey Sandfire, Harlequin Blue, Henchuck, Hopheart, Jacobsworth, Lady of Summer, Larkshine, Lemon Dandy, Long Veracund. It's a plant I've confirmed. Maiden Sorrow, Merry Breath, Mellow Glow, Fennet, Red Ebony, Wren, Royal Gentius, Shimmerlung, Solomon Sceptre, St. John's Poppy, Sunset Mountcap, Wandering Bew, Wild Coal, Winter Ball, Witch Fig, Worryless. First half of the alphabet. Well, let's just... An offering of fox button is considered by some to represent a contract of friendship between strangers. Thick shiny leaves grow in opposing pairs along the stem. Thank you very much. Why is that there? Mellow Glow, you are not meant to be there. Thank you. Honestly. Fox button. Fox button. Ding. Thank you, Jeeb. The hatch snaps shut and the oak door swings inwardly, slowly, without a sound. It's going to make the sound of it opening, but it literally says without a sound. I am ushered in by a man wearing a plain brown robe. He is also wearing something similar. He nods silently when I ask about the Long Meg and leads me through the abbey to a small library filled with scrolls and books. Without a word, he pauses for a moment, surveying before selecting a scroll and handing it to moi. Sheepsnap. The sheepsnap is thought to bring good fortune when prepared correctly. The green seed pods of the sheepsnap have a hard outer shell and sound hollow when tapped. To the south, they call this plant bulbs of Bayonne. I love that. That reference is not even worth thinking about it. There's literally only me on this planet.
Sheepsnap.
Sheepsnap. There's literally only me who would read Bulbs of Bayonne and think of the Scar song Guns of Navarone. It's like... I don't even think it was a Scar song originally. I think it was just the theme tune of a film. Anyway. Sheepsnap.
If we could only somehow harness your uselessness, we could fuel this entire city.
It's a nice song. It's back from the days when ska wasn't like 700 beats per minute. It was first wave ska, which is basically reggae. I am personally more a fan of first and second wave ska. Third wave ska is just a bit too upbeat. What was I doing? Oh yeah, it's getting a left. Regarding Long Meg, there is a stone circle north of Undermere. We call it Overmere. According to the local legend, some hundreds, perhaps even thousands of years ago, a witch known as Long Meg lived nearby along with her daughters. They were wild, godless people who practiced evil magic, until one night they went too far, and Meg and her daughters were turned to stone. The tall stone that stands apart from the main circle is called Long Meg. Okity dokity dokity doo. So, where was this? I absorb information. Undermere, yes, I made the joke, didn't I? Undermere. Stone circles north of Undermere. North? Stone circle north of Underman. Is the daughters? Oh, that's the daughter. This one is Longbeck. Yeah. Yeah, along with her daughters. Along stands apart. It just says stands apart. Hello, Kiro. I guess maybe it's just there. I'm gonna visit there, see what happens. The circle of ancient rhyolite boulders has been the site of ritual importance for hundreds of years. A lone pillar of red sandstone stands off to one side and has a couple of squiggles. Okay, so it's just there. It's just a bit to the side. Okay, I didn't know if it would be in a different place on the map. Okie dokie. So good. That means we now need to take our instrucciones and also our watering can. Let's give a little water. What's new? What deserves new? New water. You're new. You're also a mushroom, so I don't know why I'm watering you necessarily. So south 3, east 2 from. Can we take a little watery relax? Boom. So, daughters, south 3, east 2. The river is in its youth here, flowing swiftly through the rocks with a melodic gurgle. Among the tall grasses that line the riverbank is a much more unusual looking fleur. Nice, pretty. Yeah, couple of ticks, always good to see. Duster on your leg. It's also done. Long leg. Fantabulosa, what do we know about it? Red flowers, soft leaves. Birdie. Oop. Carrot. Don't know anything off the top of my head that rings a bell. There was one that was like downward facing leaves, but I can't remember which one that was. And also I thought they were like cup shaped. Beep snap. Green seed pods. Got anything like that? Not really. Stupid manga make you do cry, oh no! Is it a good cry though? Hope it's a good. Tremblehuff. Small cup-like flowers. Yeah. Not that then. How goes the cult? The cult haven't done much to me so far. They have summoned a horrible beast. And the Hunters are after them. So, see how that goes. We didn't join the cult. But we're also working stuff out. Like, the policeman's daughter is probably a witch that may have killed another witch. Or joining a cult herself, who knows? Cthulhu, maybe. Scritch the cat, ding dong. Golog Cthulhu. The sister order trying my patience again. If the old Ada was around, but she's not. They've kept secrets for hundreds of years. If ever there was a time to share them, it is now. When I'm here, they know of a way to defeat this servant, some ritual or weapon or something, but their stubborn pride won't bring them to ask for help. Servant is the big beastie. Well, I won't sit idly by and do nothing. I'd better have a little chat with this new ardor. It's stoking my ardor. I think I'll take some mountain astery with me. We think we identified that one there. That's the musty book one. Mountain a story. Let's just double check. Pretty certain about this one. What does it do? Aura of confidence and persuasiveness, yes. Large cup-like flowers with a damp smell. Old musty books, yes. There you go. Be confident. Although you've shown no signs of lacking confidence thus far. Weeping Bell. The jokes write themselves. A plant that is believed by many to lead to gold. You have about as much luck searching for the end of a rainbow. The soft frilled leaves, a new friend, can soothe insect bites and stings. It is also known as golden light and sometimes fool's hope. That's Weeping Bell is facing down. Nice. So Mountain Asteroid is confirmed. Another M to go on the M shelf. And I'm pretty sure this is Weeping Bell. Weeping Bell. Beal. Weeping Bell. Good old Weeping Bell. Love a gormless Pokemon. I saw a thing once. M shelf. Yes, M is going to come along here and accidentally knock all of this off. As is her right. I need to draw M. I haven't drawn M in ages. I know I drew it like 3 days ago. That's irrelevant. Like Elf on a Shelf, but it's M. Yeah, M on a Shem. I read an interview with the main Pokemon designer guy, Sugimori? Can't remember. And he said about his when he designs Pokemon, one of his main rules is if he will design a thing and then he'll look back and go, does this look cool? If so, make it look less cool. Don't want this to look cool. We need to uncoolify these things. And I think that's probably how Weeping Bell happened. I just think it's kind of fun. Just all of his Pokemon are like, does this look cool? Too bad. Ken Sugimori, I think that's the name. Skip the cat, ding the dong. Thomas Green, hello.
I've finished the designs you asked me to work on. Be very careful unwrapping these. Some of the glasswork's quite delicate, and I've taken great care transporting them.
My lab equipment is finally here, and I'll be able to brew elixirs. What? I can brew elixirs. All right then. Patterson's Guide to Fatal Fungi and their Antidotes. Spring wax cap, sometimes fatal, can usually be cured by taking hop heart boiled in vinegar. Sunset mount cap, generally not fatal in small doses, use crushed leaves from sour bandy to cure. Bishop's parasol, often fatal, can be remedied using the sap from lemon dandy. Copper Caledonian, often fatal, no known cure. Farmer's worry, often fatal, an antidote can be made using royal gentian. Probably important. But now we're doing potion. My magic bullet arrived! Who's up for some mushroom pate? Fatal Fungi, a sequel to Fatal Flaw. It's when they go underground. Cool. Okay, we got that then. We could attempt Baylock, right? Baylock's elixir. Potent aid to memory, allowing those who drink it to ensure they retain important information that they will never forget. Care must be taken after drinking to avoid the fatal grey gale, who slowly lost their mind after taking Baylocks and staring at a blank wall for 12 hours. Should we make that or not? Well, we're not certain we have this down. I have it down as Eyebright and the 2 unidentified flowers. And I'd quite like to identify them before I turn them into a potion. Make it for fun. All right then. You've convinced me. I've got a new gadget. I want to try it. Is this magic bullet really as good as they say? Eyebright, Baylock. Good elixir. It explode. Ooh. New elixir. Tick! It ticked! I was correct! Aha! Take that, past me, who wasn't sure that was going to work. Where is it? Oh, it's here. Oh, yes. Ooh. Pale blue elixir. Okay, that is Baylock's elixir. Well, it's not yellow, that's confirmed. Okay, well, we're gonna have to keep track of potions now, I guess. Game's taking a bit of a turn. Nice. It's with the plants. Experiment. Well, I guess I could make some of these. What is it? Hop heart boiled in vinegar. I don't have vinegar, but we have hop heart. Oh, somebody's eaten the hop heart. We have not identified hop heart, apparently. Sour bandy. I don't think we got that. No. Lemon dandy. Pretty sure we have that. Yes. Bishop's parasol. Cure, maybe. Oh no, I have to do 3. I have to do 3. Okay. Lemon dandy. Okay, well, we'll come back to that. That's probably useful when somebody comes in and say, they've been poisoned! But we've made an elixir. Fun. Fun times. Fun guy. Hello, witches. The new Arda wouldn't like me being here, but the forest is in danger. I spoke with Verona Green earlier. It's bad. If the Dendro is awoken, then it will come for us. You must place an offering at the altar of Adwina. Cool. Bye. Okie dokie. Right. I can do that. I said I liked the witches. The witches seemed cool. There was a thing that was like Friends of Arduino, right? Anyone remember what that was? I sure don't. It'll probably tell me when I go there, but I remember reading it somewhere. And I am just a tiny amount stubborn. Well, I got nothing. Let's just go. We're looking for which is, of course, here. Yep, looks good. It seems Beth has been able to keep her fellow sisters away from this part of the forest, for now at least. The trees are thick here, old too. The altar seems to belong here. As much as a part of the forest as the gnarled trunks and twisting roots, I must place an offering to the goddess Arduine. Well, Caldery or Ember Soul? Ember Soul is this. Sharp. Okay, it is sometimes given as an offering to various deities in return for sanctuary. Or Caldery. Dark magic. Those who worship the huntress Arduina place the flower as an offering to ensure a successful hunt. That's the one. So, I think we did have a guess at Caldery. It was this. Grows from a thin stem with small leaves is the only description we have. Quite beautiful, deep blue, thin stem, small leaves. It kinda looks like that. Yeah, probably. Let's go Caldery, I think. It says Arduino in the thing. I missed that when I skipped through. I have good eyesight. Let's go Caldery. Arduino, successful hunt. Sure. Does that mean I'm gonna hunt them? I don't know. It mentions her name, so. We've also identified Caldery. And Evulum. Interesting. The scent it produces is considered overpowering by some, but it is said to stimulate the senses and rejuvenate aching bones. Can I have some? Evulum, it has many short, pretty leaves. Pretty. It's a scientific term. Caldery confirmed. We got it. Oh, the beginning of the alphabet is stacked. That was one off. Caldery confirmed, and we also, what was the name of the new one? Evulum. Scented, producing lots of little flowers. Anything? Is that a second Baylock one, maybe? Pleasant, fresh aroma. Scent is considered overpowering by some. Maybe not. Said pleasant. Not overpowering. We'll leave. To the archive with you. Okay, marvelous. Scratch the cat, ding the bell. Natalie Cooper. I'm being harassed by loonies, shouting about the redemption, saying they're going to set it free, whatever the hell that means. I'm an old man. Well, they can take their seeds of whatever, woken something or other nonsense, and stick it where the sun doesn't shine. The arse. I'm not joining their damn cult. I just want to tend my garden in peace. I'm looking for some larkshine to drive them away if they come round again. This is just a mess when people talk about crypto. Larkshine, Candleford. It's the spiky one. You gonna hurt people? Probably. Enjoy. It's called kidney flower because it will give them kidney failure. Hooray! Miss, have you considered investing in Larkshine? Lyle of Neptune, assuming that's pronounced Lyle, also called Truthsayer. This plant will force a person to tell the truth when eaten. The sparsely petaled pale flower gives off a strong scent. Sparsely petaled pale flower. Really sparsely petaled. Doesn't have the weird hairy lump in the middle either.
Lyle.
Lyle. The other thing about games like this is it does actually, it activates the shiny part of my brain, and it's like, I could learn to identify plants. That could be fun. Except a way to get a drink, but sure, you'll drink it. Give customers you don't like kidney failure. I was aiming more for like AI and tech bros, but sure. Annoying customers, why not? I think that's it for the day. No, I confirmed this. Larkshine, Candleford. Why not both? But yeah, the lady just said, I'm fed up with these people trying to get me to join their cult. I just want to garden in peace. Like, hey, miss. Learn what poison ivy, poison sumac, and poison oak look like to save your life and body. I did like that there was an XKCD comic that mapped out all the states of America and gave their most commonly searched plants and animals. and I can't remember whether it was your state or whether it was the US as a whole, but the most commonly looked up plant for identification was poison ivy. So, it's made me think of you. But you're not alone. Sketch Cat, end day. Flip card. Ooh, hold. 902-803 X. In time, she had learned that the sisterhood had secrets. Or had she always known that? Had she come to them by chance, or had she sought them out deliberately? She wasn't sure, but by now she knew what she wanted, and she would do anything to get it. It's almost a full moon. 902-803. Mountains. Oh, heights of mountains. Yeah. Day 11. Day 11. Cool. Well, we'll have a crack at that, I think, tomorrow. That'll be all for today. Methinks is. Sure, there were more up top. What is happening here? Wait, no, hang on. Are these all moving around a little bit? Or is it just wandering view? It makes sense. No, because I put these together, didn't I? Okay, so they are kind of wandering about. But anyway. Haha! Gonna fight anything that tries to move. As if these aren't in it. Elderfinium does not go before Clav. Oh no! It's all a mess! Doesn't. Ah, no! They're messing with my alphabetical order. Eyebright doesn't go there. Anyway. I do like the idea of the one that has in its thing wanders around in the dark is not in the same place the next day. The cat did it! Don't blame anything on the cat. The cat is a little sweetie pie. But anyway. Swoosh. Also a warning for anybody else who might wish to stream this and put it on YouTube. The composer for this game does claim copyright on VODs, but it's one of those claims that's like, hey, that's my music. Have fun. Like, it's not like, I'm taking your video down, or no ad revenue, or whatever. Which is a sensible thing. Because then you don't get people who claim it incorrectly. Because that's annoying. But yeah. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if that happens. But yeah. Hope everybody had a nice time. Hope you enjoyed. We'll be back tomorrow with more of this. Gonna have to click away from my meticulously made foliage onto ultra cute tiger horns. Because I like anagrams. This was nice and chill. Yeah. Thanks for helping. Thanks for helping me solve puzzles, by which I mean solving puzzles. Ultra cute. Yeah, more of this tomorrow. And such. I don't know what such is, but it's happening. Any last words? That's a good fact. It is a fact. Oh, well, and a plant fact, actually. We could end on a plant fact. So, I don't know whether this is just a specific species or whether this is...
They cemented over the entrances, but didn't have enough time to paint them.
That is still true. They have still cemented over the entrances. So I don't know if this is a specific species or whether it's true for all bamboo. But I learned recently that bamboo generally doesn't flower all that much. It tends to just like growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. But it can flower. Because obviously, you know, these species need to divest their DNA. They can't just keep, you know, having cuttings and bits fall off that grow into other plants and so on and so forth. So there was a species of bamboo, I can't remember what it's called, but it flowers once every 120 years. And I say once because as soon as it's done that, it dies. So it just grows for 120 years, and then it flowers and then dies. Which, you know, it's good to go out on a bang. But the fun thing is that if you take cuttings of that plant, which people did in the Victorian era, and then you know, spread those around and then take cuttings of those and spread those around. They're obviously all genetically identical because you've taken it from the same plant. It will remember how long it's been. It will remember its age. And then all of those cuttings, as they did, will flower at the same time and then die. And that's how we learned that. That's how we learned that happens. Just thousands and thousands of cuttings from the same plant all flowered at the same time and then died. So good for them. So yeah, that's my fact. It's like all my facts, it doesn't have enough information for you to be able to look it up. But I recommend you do and then tell me more specific. Determined to leave this earth. You cannot bind me. Yeah. So that's my little plant fact for you. Yeah. And on that note, I'm going to be like bamboo and scramboo. That's almost a joke. Anyway, thank you for the company. Thank you for watching. Hope you had a lovely, 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 lovely time. Go get chocolate. Enjoy yourselves. Bye!